See, what is happening today, sadly, is that look at the MRI and the CT scan. No Indian company is making it. Everything is imported. And you know how expensive imported, it's like the iPhone. You know, iPhone is so expensive. I mean, though we buy it, but it's okay, but you know, it's not affordable by everybody. So if the input cost is more for the hospital and the cost of setting it up, the AMC and everything else, then the cost of the customer end user is high. So unless we are able to reduce the cost of the starting point, you can't end the cost to the patient. You can't do it free. Somebody has to foot the bill at the end of the day. I can't be doing everything free. You know, there's no free meal in life. Somebody has to foot the bill, if not the patient. So this is very important for people to understand. So unless some people really come up with innovations like this to cut down costs, yet keep the quality good, it's not going to happen. That's where I feel that frugal innovations are very important. Even the syringe infusion pumps, I don't know whether you have seen, when the injection has to go slowly, you get those infusion pumps. They're also important. Really, you think Indians can't make it? Like it's like the pandemic time. When the pandemic happened for the first wave, we had no PPE making units in this country. Now everybody was making it. That's what happened, a crisis. Why should we only react to a crisis and then do this drama? We are very good at that. The moment a red button is pressed, everybody starts jumping and doing everything else. Nobody is proactively thinking what can we do. And I think this new government with the Atmanirbhar Bharat and all of that is actually looking at that. I think we are a very intelligent race. And I think inherently we look at Jugaad. Inherently we look at frugal innovations. But innovation has to come from the ground. It can't come from people living in glass houses or people living in ivory towers. Many of the big institutions are not connected to the ground, and that is my upset. And they feel it inferior to people, talk to people like us on the ground to say what is needed. They want to build big things, but what is required is small things. So unless people get that, it's very extremely difficult for us. So frugal innovations is the need of the hour, for sure. And as you see, how the social media has made things so democratic. Anybody can express a view now. Before, the media was controlled by a few people, or the news was controlled by a few people, for example. Similarly, how advertising is now very easy. So technology has actually made things so much cheaper. Now, even in the movie industry or the phone or the camera, so many things have become cheaper. Why should medical technology be so expensive? I don't understand this. So somebody has to bring it down for sure. And if we can do that, we are actually here to then do the volumes to make it happen. And countries like ours, we really need that. So that's the first thing. So frugal innovation is the key. Second is clinical research. See, when you do some other researchers are not doing clinical research. Clinical research means what? Patients are suffering. We need results today. We need improvement of the quality of life today. If we keep on doing research or research 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, and nothing is coming on the ground to improve the patient, who is thinking of improving the quality of life of patients? So clinical research, I thought, was very important to be done by clinicians by themselves. The biggest problem in countries like India is because we're all self-funded, or we have to, we're not living in big institutes which has pots of money sitting there. You have to also earn money, to take care of your family. You should also, for that you have to do full-time work and then find time to do research. We don't have energy to do both. And that's when I feel that many of us clinicians, I think, are great inherent researchers. And because of this dichotomy that we are having of having to manage both, the money and the research, people are choosing the clinical and money part of it and not research. And I am actually we have started a center called Sri Haigriva Center for Functional Neurosciences. I really want to set up a good, clinical research ecosystem for functional neurosciences, where I can attract the best of the best in the industry who's interested in functional neuroscience to come and join hands, where as a group we can really change the world the way it looks and help more people get functionally better and reduce the suffering in the world with frugal innovation.